I'm going to share with you what I've learned as a nutritionist over the past 16 years that can possibly save you time, money, and frustration. And I know some of the information I'm going to share is going to enlighten you. So make sure you listen to the end. My name is Robin-Nutritionist. It's been my 16 years, and I help women over 40 get their nutrition in order and also mitigate symptoms and concerns related to the pause. And when I say pause, that's perimenopause, postmenopause, menopause, all of that, right? So today I'm again going to share with you what I've learned over 16 years. When I became a nutritionist, there's so much I didn't know. And one of the things I didn't know was how closely related food is with therapy. And I would have clients come to me as a nutritionist because they wanted to lose weight and they needed help with their food, when in reality, was needed was a therapist. And I'm not a therapist. When you are looking for a nutritionist, if that's what you think, or you want to lose weight, you really have to examine what your relationship is with food. Is it emotional in nature? Is it an addictive relationship? And that's okay. You just have to know it before you shell out all this money for a nutritionist, because that's not what nutritionists are designed to do. Most are not designed to help with trauma and emotional eating. However, if you have a therapist, psychotherapist, and you, in conjunction with your therapist and a nutritionist, that can help you better. But I've had so many people come to me, and when I didn't know any better, I would take on clients only to realize, oh, wait a minute, I can't help you really. I can write you a nutrition plan. I could lay it all out for you, but that's not the issue. Again, it's emotional, it's trauma. So don't just shell out money to a nutritionist until you understand what your reality is with food. And that's what I learned. I learned a lot of other intricate details. But that's what I'm going to say right now. Just know your desire with food. I put some notes down because I didn't want to forget all the things that I want to tell you. So one of the things is just the knowledge of yourself and your relationship with food. And I also know intimately why people don't lose weight, no matter, and keep it off long term. Statistically, only about, if I had clients, only about 10%. So 1 out of 10 would, is that 1 out of 10? Yeah, 1 out of 10 would lose weight and keep it off long term. So what about the rest, the 90% of everybody else? So here's what you have to know about losing weight and doing it long term. I'm going to tell you the truth. All right. Some of this is a hard reality. So the first one is about your relationship to food, right? So that is an easy one. The other thing is that nobody wants you to lose weight outside of you. The food industry definitely doesn't want you to lose weight. The pharmaceutical company definitely doesn't want you to lose weight unless you're using a weight loss drug that they can monetize. But there's so much money in you being unhealthy. Think about it. The more you eat, the food companies are like, yes. And then the more that you eat and you become healthy, the pharmaceutical companies and the doctors and that system's like, yes. So there's no one wants you to be healthy. And in the wellness industry, those that are not honest with you take your money, and it's a cycle, a cycle, a cycle. The food is chemically altering your brain. Have you ever wondered like why you can't just eat just one? Because it's not designed. As soon as you put it in your mouth, you want more and more and more, and you get more. So how are you supposed to lose weight and keep it off eating those foods? It's just, it's not designed for you to do that. And all the commercials and all the things that you see are there to consciously and unconsciously seed you and manipulate you to continue to eat these foods. So when you say, why can't I do this? Why don't I have discipline? Because it ain't designed for you to do that. They know how to tweak and manipulate your brain. And then what's the answer though? If the answer is, which is easier said than done, because the more chemically altered food you eat, the more it's like a drug. The more you're going to eat, the more you're going to want. And to not eat those things, which is very difficult to do if you're in this world, if you work every day and you have holiday parties and birthdays and just all the things, it's always there. So if you're in this life, in this society, you're in the rat race. And the only way that I know to break that is actually, it's almost like breaking societal norms. That's the truth. Think about also, and this is what I learned, the 5 people that you hang out with the most. You eat just like them. If they're healthy, you are more likely to be healthy, or if what they eat, you most likely eat, good or bad. If they're eating unlike you say you want to be, but that's who you're with, that's your default. So you can go to all the nutritionists you want, all the anybody, and you're going to default right back to those 5 people that you hang around with the most. Mm-hmm. So looking at those people, I would say part of the reason why I'm a nutritionist, well, part of the reason why I'm able to stay in the game, not just because I'm a nutritionist, but because I hang around with people who mirror how I want to be. All of my 5 close friends, we eat all the same. Because I'm going to tell you, if I went out to eat with you and you had some hot chicken wings and some French fries, I'm going to ask you for some. But if you looking at my salmon and brown rice and broccoli, you probably don't want that. So if I'm with you, I'm going to actually have more of a tendency to go into what you're eating than you are into mine. Because that salt in that fried food and that sugar is powerful and it tastes good and I like it too. So why you're struggling with your weight is because, again, the deck is stacked against you. I'm so sorry. The 5 people that you hang around with, that matters. And then not understanding your true relationship for food. Are you emotional with it? Is it addictive behavior? You've got to figure that out. And then also, who you used to be is not who you are today. And the fact that we have to embrace and understand change. For example, how I used to eat in my early 40s and in my 30s doesn't work for me now. Now I'm more into fasting and eating, paying a real attention to the nutrients that I put in my body because I know this body needs different things. And so for you, this is what I learned. We're all different, but the older you get, you got to make some changes in what you actually eat. And we do not have as much leeway and room for error. That's what I know over these 16 years. The last 2 things I want to say that I've learned is that hormones matter at this age. I only deal with women over 40. And as over 40, your hormones will make or break you. Make or break you. You can eat, you can do a lot of things that your hormones will not respect. Some things, yes, some things, no. But how your hormones are playing and running through your body really matter in your overall health and nutrition and wellness. And the last thing is what I know is that we do have to eat with intention. We have to, or not, I guess I have to eat with intention, meaning that not just eating because it tastes good or eating because I desire it, but it's like eating because I need that. Putting flaxseed in my food because that's good for me. Eating lots of fruits and vegetables, mostly vegetables and green leafies because that's good for me, right? So having a leafy green salad versus an iceberg lettuce because it's good for me. Eating quinoa, all the things because it's good for me. Some of the stuff I don't even like, but it's good for me. Now, I still have some other fun foods, but on a daily basis, I'm always eating for intention, for nutritional value. And that's what I've learned, that eating with intention and a nutritional value does a body good. So just to quickly summarize, 16 years, Nutritionists are not therapists. So if you're trying to solve your weight issues, but it's not because of food, it's because of trauma and emotions, you got it. The nutritionist is not who you need first. They can be on your team, but that's not your first go-to. I want you to understand that the DAC is stacked against you, and awareness is important. We're being manipulated all the time and what to eat. And as long as we eat what is the society is telling us to eat, we are going to be unhealthy and overweight, like at this point, most people are. Sounds rude and harsh. Hormones play a big part in what's going on in your life. And I encourage you to eat for nutritional value, eat for intention. Now, I'm a nutritionist and I love to provide you with a sketch, a meal plan that helps you eat for intention, right? It helps you eat for the magnesium you need and the calcium that you need and the things that you need for your body. Because even if you're an emotional eater, even if even if you're eating Oreo cookies and having a good time, at least you know what to put in your body that helps you mitigate all the other things. And I want to make sure you have that if you want it. So if you want more details, all of the members of Necessary Nutrition, when you become a member, you get our nutrition plan, the pause plan designed for us women over 40 specifically to lay it out for you. So even if you need a therapist, at least you have a nutrition plan to support you while you're working with your therapist, or a nutrition plan to help you eat for nutritional value or to help you mitigate some of the chemicals in the food. So 16 years, I also realized I don't necessarily, like, I'm more helpful to you if I work with you in a group versus one-on-one. I'm more helpful to you. It's more helpful to me because I used to work with clients one-on-one, and it's so much power when you get to have talking to other women, and just it's better. It's more values, more camaraderie. Anyways, with that being said, those are some of the things that I learned in 16 years, and that focusing on eating to live, with every time you put something in your mouth, it's either going to give to you or take away from you. But the struggle is real. I know that. And it's never going to not be a struggle. It's like riding a mechanical bull, like health and wellness. It's like always trying to, life is life, and it's trying to throw you off. And you're trying to hang on for dear life. You get off, you get back on course, and it is that. But if you keep the main thing, if you honor your body to the best of your ability with the foods that serve you, then you're on the right track. All right. So peace and blessings. I want to say I'll put some information in the down bar about the Necessary Nutrition community and how you can get a hold of that nutrition plan and some of the group coaching that goes on within our community. All right. I think that's it. Peace and blessings. Eat well, think well, and be well. Until we meet again, this is Robin from Necessary Nutrition, and I'll talk to you soon. And did I say like, subscribe? I have to say that out here in these YouTube streets. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, and share this video if it was helpful. All right. Now I'm really saying bye.